Hello. All right. Well, I was trying to think of what to talk about today, and because I wanted to do a video, and I didn't get any suggestions from my group. So, what I wanted to talk about is something that I go through, and that I know everyone goes through, and because been having sort of things like this lately, and we all go through ups and downs. We have our phases where it's like the emotional ups and downs. So sometimes of the month, even though you're postmenopause or going through it and you haven't had, hi Sherry, your period, you still can go through these hormonal fluctuations throughout the month where some days you feel really great and energized, and sometimes you feel a little down and not so energized, and even like a little more like, oh, my life sucks. But when you are working towards something, when you want something in your life and you're not getting the results and you're not seeing what you want to see and it's not happening, it is frustrating. It's frustrating, right? And we go, I know I'm not supposed to focus on what I don't want, but I'm focusing on it because I really want it, right? I really want it, but I'm noticing that I don't have it, right? So our mind is like, I want it, but I don't have it. And when you know about the law of attraction, that's the wrong thing to do because your focus is on not having it, right? So the results, and a lot that happens when women work with me or are trying to lose weight during this phase of life, which is a little more trickier because there's a lot to consider, right? There's a lot of other hormones that are in play, as well as your body metabolizes certain foods differently in this phase of life. And I'm even talking about postmenopause, okay? Menopause, postmenopause. It doesn't matter what phase you are in. If you are trying to get results in weight loss, or you want to get back to exercising and you're not doing it, or you're not seeing the results, it can be frustrating. So what I do is I have these moments, but I have to remind myself too, is like, well, if I give up, there's no way I'm going to get results, right? Like giving up to me is not an option. But sometimes it's not just a straight upward, right? It's not like we want something, there's the goal, and we just go right for it. Now, some people do, and some people can, and maybe even you can in some areas of your life. Sometimes we're really good. Like there's some women who are super successful in their business, but in personal relationships, not so successful, or they've gained a lot of weight because of their business and they can't figure out how to get lost, right? So we got to realize that we have things that we may be able to be really good at reaching our goals with. And then other things in our life, we're like, oh my God, why can't I do this? Why isn't it happening, right? And that's just basically, we have limiting beliefs. The way we were raised, maybe we were led to believe or told that we couldn't accomplish certain things, not someone like us. You know, that happened to me, definitely more me. It's a lot what I've gone through. Believing I can't do or I can't have this. Don't be so silly. You can't have that. You can't do that. That's not something people like us can do. You know, things like that. So things we were told, things we were heard when we were growing up is in us at such a cellular level. And it is such a deep belief. And often it's subconscious. And our subconscious mind runs our world and our experience and what we do. Especially when we're on autopilot. So if we're not consciously, right, changing our thoughts, then we're on the autopilot. We're running by the subconscious mind. So we're running by these limited beliefs all the time. And then the frustration kicks in. Now, if you're about the weight loss thing, if you're not getting results and it's like, oh my God, like look at my belly, I can't lose the weight. Look at my belly. Oh my God, my jeans tight. I bet I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to put on those pants and they're not going to fit because I know they're not going to fit. I know I've gained weight and I don't feel good and I need to exercise and I need to eat healthy, but I just don't want to and I don't have time and I don't want to be deprived and it just sucks and I want to eat what I want to eat, right? And all of these things go on in our head. And so the focus of our thoughts are on not having it. So of course, what you focus on expands. So the worst thing you can focus on is belly fat because you don't want that to expand. But actually, it's kind of what happens. The one thing that I'm really good at is making healthy eating simple. This is something that I've been able to do for myself because I like things simple, you guys. Oh my God, I am like the B student, which sounds kind of crazy, right? But really, I was like, I'm going to get things done, but I'm going to get things done my way, the way I like to do them in a way that fits in my life. I'm not going to do things that I don't like to do really, Like I will find, if I want a certain result, I will find a way to get there doing what I like to do in a way that works for me, but I will not stop, right? It's like we don't give up. If you give up on yourself, then you're not going to get the result. And sometimes that feels easier. So some days you do give up on yourself. Some days I give up on myself. Exactly. It may even last 2 days, but don't let it be forever. Right? It's like, okay, here we go. I'm in some sort of slump right now. I see it. I'm witnessing it. I feel it. I hear myself. I'm noticing the thoughts I'm thinking. I know these aren't the thoughts I want to think, but this is happening right now. And so instead of really resisting, it's kind of like going, wow, okay, something's going on. What about this is stuff I need to clear? This gunk that's inside of me are showing me, these reactions are showing me the things I still need to work through. I still hold the beliefs that it's not possible for me. I'm still comparing myself to years ago. I'm still focused on too much lack, right? So it tells you, by just kind of analyzing and thinking a bit, oh, my thoughts have been this way. That's why I still have this. So it's frustrating. We all have these things. Know that giving up is not an option. You're never going to be happy with yourself if you give up. 2 years down the road, 1 year down the road, 6 months down the road, would you be happy that you gave up? No, you'd probably say, I should have never given up. I was there, I was doing it, I should have just kept going. Because when it comes to health, when it comes to your life, when it comes to you, there is no giving up, you guys, right? It's never a good option to give up on yourself. That doesn't mean that every day you're happy, joyous, and things are perfect. No. We go through the ups and downs, right? The ups and downs. Life is like a wave, up and down, up and down, up and down. You're going to have those days when you feel like giving up. You're going to have those days when you do give up. You know, that's possible. But don't beat yourself up about it and just be inquisitive. Wow, I'm still feeling these emotions that are making me feel down and feel like giving up. So I must have some belief still within me that's causing this. And that's okay. I'm human. Do I still want to believe that, right? Like, do you still want to believe this is not possible for me? No. I know you do. You want to believe it is possible for me. So then it's just about shifting those beliefs and about continuously being more conscious where your thoughts are. Now, this is what I do in all my programs, and I'm going to do a new two-month program on this. We're going to take your power back over your food, your mind, your body. Right? Your body, mind, and food. And our life, basically, take your power back in your life relating to all the things that I talk about and I help women with. That's what the 2-month program is going to be about, because it's the food, but it's also the mindset. It's also about learning not to beat yourself up, about ending sabotage, ending the all or nothing, ending the stress and emotional eating or greatly decreasing it. Being more conscious about how you're choosing to live, where your thoughts are, how they affect your life, and beginning to make the shifts and changes so that you can get on the right track and stay on the track so you actually get results in a way that feels good to you, that you're actually going to be able to sustain, right? That you're actually going to do and sustain, because your thoughts about it are going to be better instead of, oh my God, I have to do this. I don't want to do this. This is going to be a drag. I probably won't get results anyways. Right? When you're on your own, that's what happens to our mind. But when you're in a group, when you are in a situation where you're getting coached or getting helped, you're around positive energy, you're around people who are helping, who are also working on shifting their energy, shifting their thoughts, eating healthy consistently. Like when you're in that atmosphere, you do better. You naturally do better, right? And that's what this 2-month program is for. Get you on the right track. So then there's no more guessing, there's no more confusion, there's no more frustration. It takes away the stress and frustration, and you can just learn now and integrate it into your life and begin to shift those things that go on in your thoughts and shift the beliefs so that you get away from staying stuck, or that you have ways to help yourself through these times when you hit the dips, right? It's like when you fall down, you'll get up really fast instead of falling down and staying down. That's what happens when you do this type of work, right? Your binge eating may only last a day. It may only last 1 meal instead of a week, right? When you feel bad about yourself or you feel like giving up, that probably will only last when you learn to work through it 20 minutes, maybe 2 hours, maybe a whole day, but it won't go on for days, right? Because you learn how to deal with that. All right. So much love to you. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, if you're in it, if you feel it. I get you. I know what it's about. But remember, there's no giving up on you or giving up on your life, and especially not on your health. All right? So much love. Bye-bye.